Jordan-Hare Stadium in Auburn, Alabama. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. It's the Washington Huskies and the Auburn Tigers. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with the Washington head coach before the game. He has been warning his team all week about this game. Both teams undefeated to start the season, and he believes the difference will be who can execute the best. He believes that his team and his quarterback have the confidence and composure to compete well in this environment. I'll keep you posted on how well they're communicating down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's Williams to throw. Fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Coleman Williams. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Williams looking for a man. Unloads it left. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
There he goes. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 50-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical. We're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Here's Williams. They're all over it. Couldn't make the play in the end zone, but the offense is going to come out of this with a penalty on the D. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Williams finds his target. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He'll pitch it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Third down from the gun, Williams. Touchdown, Huskies. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They go play action with St. Clair. Buying time to his right. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, that is exactly the opposite of what this offense talked about. They talked about staying ahead of the chains with us in meetings and making sure they stay on schedule. In the first play, not very good protection, a big...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Left side, it's Washington. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Not a lot of room to field this one. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Williams. Right side, it's Washington. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing, Williams. Out wide right, it's Washington. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off. Fires
toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Hits inside, it's Washington. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. A really good job at the point of attack.
Williams from the gun on third down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Breaks into the open. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. We've reached the break. Bow down to your leaders, Washington. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. After the break, they'll go back to work. The run inside. It's Carr. Jukes his way for more. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Quarterback keeps it. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's third down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback, break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. From the gun, the ground game. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tavian St. Clair. He's got his man across the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. To the air, it's St. Clair. Out wide left, it's Eccles. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll ride him again. Got a little space. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. St. Clair floats it out in space. Headed to the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
How do you not love to see that when your cornerback gets in the run fit, when he's not scared to come up and tackle? A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you could tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Here's a give to Washington. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Second and long here. Here's Williams to throw. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Williams. He's going to let it go. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Tavian on the play action. Buying a little time to his left. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Throwing St. Clair. He's got it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Again, it's St. Clair. Just a short pass to the tight end. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Straight ahead, it's Washington. Looks as if Auburn will have enough for the first down. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
On 1st down, it's Bryson Washington again. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6. Now the Tigers will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. St. Clair from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
Just drives it between the uprights. And that'll tie things up as we head toward halftime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. corners are going to bail. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Pass to 6. They make the stop, but he's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quick give. It's Carr. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels taking on the Arkansas Razorbacks. And it's Ole Miss looking to move to 4-0 on the young season. And they're in front right now, and they've done it with discipline. Kind of the calling card of this program. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Pulls it in. Ran right through the defense. Continues to fight for yards. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, it's Washington. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Give to Washington again. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And that's a welcome sight for this offense, man. They really struggled to run the football in the first half. And I promise you, at halftime, in the locker room, first drive, guys, we got to come out, own the line of scrimmage, get the run game going. And that's exactly how they start this half.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Williams. Right side, it's Washington. Still running at the 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Handoff, Washington running left.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Williams will pass. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
On third down, here's Washington. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Catches it at the 15. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide right, it's Kane. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on third downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
Tavian St. Clair fires complete on the crosser. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Snags it, and there's running room. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I think he does a really good job here, dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, your running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Williams. Turns it upfield. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Williams looking for a man. Makes a catch. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Washington wants to go quickly. Burrowing for yardage. He's got enough for the first down, and he might get a few bonus yards if they call that a face mask. They'll take the penalty and move them back. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's Williams to throw. Rush right in his face. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Washington. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. St. Clair finds his man. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here's a give to Washington. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable. Try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Powers inside. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. The Tigers will try to move the chains on fourth down. They'll go with Washington. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the fourth down, and it paid off.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
Left side is Singleton on the stop. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Throwing St. Clair. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Washington. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying the run is Washington. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Washington again. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last 4th down.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Williams. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The defense still has all 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them after the kneel down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Fourth and 6. What a show both of these teams put on today.